Hey guys, welcome to another video of base building showcase. This is the place where I talked about in the previous video. I showed you my main base. Again, I had several main bases, but I just like starting anew, and every time I have new ideas about how I want to build a base, I'm like, I don't like this one, so I move on to the next, even though it's left unfinished, I have to say. But anyways, I did show you the latest base that I made over there, and now I'm gonna show you my second base, which is where we make our cake, or not make our cake. We get the ingredients we need to make our cake. We mainly make our cake at the main base because, yeah, we just have more slots there we can use to like tree filaris that we can't afford doing here because we only have a max of 15. But this is where it is. Again, locations, just so you know, it's -67, -325. It's a great base for ores as well. If you need a copper ores, doesn't have coal. That's better on the other base that you know probably of the one of the popular areas. But it has a lot of copper ore on the other side. So I built the base right over here. I put a large wall here so I wouldn't have any disturbances with wild animals. This is the base. I like square shapes, so I just keep it that way. And as you've noticed, I've kept all of the large beds qualities outside because they're just very huge. So I just kept them as simple as I can by just piling them up on the side. So just give looking around. So this big building over here, this is where I keep all of the berries and wheat farm. We'll count how much it is exactly. I forgot. And on this section over here, we have oversight. On this area, we have the ranch. We only have one ranch because I feel like we don't need more than that. We also have to take into account the amount of available pals we have. And the other side, we have two servants that's operating two windmills to make flour. And on this side, we have a little kitchen here where we can make berries because, as you can see, your question is, wouldn't you have a ranch for your eggs and milk? Well, I've been YouTubing and there was this guy that explained all of these numbers. I wish I could give him credit. I go through a lot of YouTube videos, but I came across this guy, and he explained how it's much more efficient if you were just to collect all the berries that you don't need. Like, you have enough in your feeding trough for your pals, but you have a lot of surplus that you can afford using for something else. So grab all of those berries and just cook them. And once you cook them, have a captured merchant and summon it here and just sell it to him. You get the berries, you cook the berries, and you sell it to the merchant. It will actually give you decent amount of money, and with that money you can buy a decent amount of eggs and milk. And the only thing you have to worry about is having a ranch for honeys, which again, you only need one or two guard bees, or bee guard, I think they're called. You only need one or two, and they produce a decent amount of honey already. And just if you can get like artisan and all the right passive skills for work speed, you only need even one. So you don't need that many, and you can cook all the berries you want and sell it to buy milk and eggs. So that saves you a lot of how do I say, a lot of extra work. A lot of extra work. I have a fridge here with a penguin just to keep everything cold here. Because again, this dedicated server that I have with my friends, the time doesn't stop. It keeps running. So I have to take into account for things that spoils. I have a chest here. So let me check this room. Again, two windmills. So the servants can operate on each one of them. They make my flowers. I have a bed here because I haven't really thought about where to put my bed. So for the time being, I put it here. A feeding trough, two hot springs in case they need it. Again, the other side we have two hot springs again, a feeding trough, and two bee garter making us honey. You don't need beds right next to it again, because as long as you have beds inside your base, it counts already. So that's good to know. I keep all of the large beds outside, as you can see, because they are very huge and heavy, and well, not heavy but just big. I keep a hot spring right here in case my electric bird wants to take some rest. I should probably stack a few more of these things and unsummon this guy once he fuels all the three power generators. That way I have one extra slot open, and we don't need this guy here 24/7. Again, I built some small things that we need to boost efficiency, the watering and the gathering efficiency. I think that's gathering or farming, I'm not sure. So, on the first ground floor, we have our berry farm. And I made about, it's 3 by 5, so 25 minus the 4 hot springs, minus the center. So that's about 20 berry plantations that I have. 20 berry plots. And each batch gives me about between 7 to 900 berries. So each batch gives me between that amount. That's a lot of berries. Again, that's about 9k of money, of currency. And 9k, it's like equivalent to, how much can you get? Let us check. So we got 900 berries, or how much was it? Well, let's just say we got 750. That's 7.5k. If I were to summon the merchant, which I don't have it in this game, wandering merchant. Yeah, I'll unsummon the Yormantide for now. Wandering merchant. If I talk to this guy, 7.5k, assuming if I sell my berries. Oh, you can see here. Let's see. How much can I sell? Let's just say the red berry. Let's say I did 2 batches. That's 1,400 berries, and I sell them. I get about 7.2k in money back. And if I were to buy, let's see. Oh, this is a different merchant. This one doesn't have milk and eggs. Do I have another one? No, this is not the one either. This is another one. Yeah, I think it's on the main base. Yeah, I have it on the main base. Let's just go there real quick. I'll show you what I mean. Wait a second. Isn't this the merchant? What the hell? Yeah, this is the merchant. It actually... What the heck? Huh. I guess I got the wrong merchant. I guess I do have... My friends are online, so... Maybe they grabbed the merchant that sells eggs and honey. I mean eggs and milk. That's unfortunate. But the only thing you guys need to know is that cooking a huge amount of berries and selling it is more profitable. You get your eggs and milk faster buying it through the cooked berries that you sell. So look into that. I'm sure you'll find it on YouTube. Just type farming based Palworld and you'll come across this guy who did the math. So that's good to know. That's worth checking out. But yeah, on the first floor we have about 20 plots of berries. We have 3 lilines and 1 azurobi. She does not get stuck, so that's nice. Because on the last video I did say how this azurobi got stuck on the main base, but she doesn't seem to get stuck here. She has level 3 watering, so that's nice. Very useful. And upstairs we have a 3-floor high. And we keep 3 lilines and only 1 Yormantide. So what's really handy to know, and I think this will maybe give you some inspiration, some ideas. If you have a Yormantide up here, you know, you make sure that it's 3 floors high, give him some space to walk around and move around. If you have a Yormantide up here, I don't know, maybe it works with other pals, but so far that I've seen, I've used Yormantide, and I've noticed that he waters all the plots here, but he also waters all the plots downstairs. So all the 20 berries plots down there, it's not that just the azurobi watering, it's also the Yormantide watering it underneath. So that's really handy, considering the Yormantide waters things really fast because he's level 4 watering. It's a really great idea to have him here. Maybe you can even have another floor up here with more plantations, and he will actually water all of them. So that's good to know. Yormantide waters up, I mean down, and probably up as well, not just the floor he's on. So therefore, you don't need that many watering pals. Just 1 or 2 is enough. So this is the first batch of wheat. That's 765 wheat that I've got in 1 batch. I have 2 hot springs in case they need it. Feeding trough. So that's what I do. So it's a setup of 3 lilines upstairs, 3 lilines downstairs, 1 azurobi downstairs, 1 Yormantide upstairs. one electrical pal, even though I could probably make him charge 3 more of these batteries things, and so we can just unsummon him, have one extra slot open, 2 serpent for 2 windmills, 2 Beegarda, 1 penguin, and 1 ignis Jormuntide. Again, getting the higher level pals like ignis Jormuntide is really nice, just because he cooks things faster, and if you have a better quality instead of a cooking pot, you have something better like a kitchen, like a like what is this thing called? Electric kitchen. Again, it helps quite a bit. So that's the setup that I have for this base. It's nothing really complicated, but the idea behind it was that I have a very open space here because I wanted to use the Jormuntide Ignis because I only have 15 pals that I can use. So I have to make the best out of the pals that I have. So that's why I thought about keeping this place very simple, very open. The Jormuntide will not get stuck, and he will come make whatever berries I want. If I want to make some berries, he can come here and cook it. A penguin to keep things chilly because, again, in this server, the time doesn't stop, so you don't want your food spoiling. And once I have all of the ingredients that I need, all of the flour that's been processed, all of my honeys, all of the berries, I will just take all of them, go to the main base. I have 3 electric kitchen there, and I can just summon 3 Philaris, and they'll start cooking it immediately. So this is the kind of base setup I have. It's nothing really complicated, so I hope it helps, gives you guys some ideas. What I do recommend, what I said it in the beginning, was make sure you have your foundations first and extend them as far as you want, because based on the foundations, it'll give you an idea of how much space you can afford putting in terms of buildings and all the things you plan on building. So build your foundations first, and based on the foundations you can make better bases, because you're like, oh, if I build the foundations first, you can say like, oh, I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 length here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So I have a 12 by 12 tile, and now I know how many tiles I have to work with. So if you have a building in mind and you know that it needs to be a 4x4 roughly, you know how much space you can afford, how much space you have left over. So I do recommend build your foundations first. It'll help be the first setup towards whatever you want to make. As you can see, I do use these V-shape entrances because they help so much, man. You don't have to open the doors, and the pals register these walls as closed off, so they will not see this as an exit or entrance. It's just so handy. And again, thank you guys for watching. This is pretty much all I wanted to show you. And again, there is a bug where the Ignis Jormuntide, those pals just glitches through the defensive walls. So that's annoying, so I have to keep this door open or else they won't come back. This one won't come back. In the main base, they will come back and get out, but this one is different. But anyways, this is all I wanted to show you guys. I hope it helps, gives you guys some ideas. Thanks for watching.